Laura. Welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to be reacting to AMP's Shocking Drama. I did react to their pre-release. It wasn't really my style, but I could tell that the members are super talented, so I'm really interested to see what this is all about, if it's a different kind of vibe, different feel. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, already can tell this is much more my vibe.
Crazy in love, we keep been guessing like they don't know what's up. So guess what? popcorn을 준비하고 앉아봐. 끝까지 봐야만 할 테니까. 롤러코스터 타고 내려왔지. 오르락 내리락 해.
Ooh, that change in the drums, very fun. The chair's been following this whole time. And then they're gone? That is shocking. Okay. Okay, a really good debut. I'm really impressed with this song. I really am excited because I love seeing the difference between what they had for their pre-release and this song. So I really loved seeing the difference between the pre-release and here, because like I said, I wasn't really a big fan of the pre-release, but what it did show me is, like I said at the beginning, members are super talented. I'm really interested to see what happens next. And the imagery and everything was really cool. And I like how they kept with a school set for both times. I thought that was a really good thing that they did. And I really loved the sound of this song. The sound is right at my alley. It's exactly what I was kind of looking for when I hear a rock band. It's definitely like, not that I don't enjoy the like previous release. I'm just not a huge fan of overly things that have a ton of rap. Like, I do follow some rap artists and things like that. It's not my number one go-to thing. So I'm really excited to see that they have a wider range that they can do. And you guys have to tell me, because I'm not, I'm just getting into them. Do they write their own music? Like, what's their deal? Because I know they're from, obviously, FNC. And so FNC is pretty known for, you know, for their bands. They have CM Blue and Flying, AMP. I feel like they had someone else, so I'm just not remembering it off the top of my head. But I was really impressed with this song. I really like how there was a lot of difference in the drumming patterns. Especially, I don't know, it really kept it upbeat. It really kept it going. Something that I don't know if everyone really thinks about is how important the drums are. Not only are they keeping the rhythm, but they're adding interesting flares. They're doing a lot of different work to like set the overall tone. Of course, the melody is important, but your rhythm section is like just as important, because if you don't have a good rhythm section, then you can't really move forward in the in a song. So that's really, really important. And you know, even me, like as a vocalist, I don't always think about that. I didn't really think about it until, you know, as I was growing up, I learned how to play the piano, and I joined a jazz band. And when I was in this jazz band, I really got to understand like the importance of the rhythm section. And the rhythm section is usually the bass, the piano, and the drums. And having them together and like kind of being able to feel the groove is so important. And so that's something that I really loved from this particular piece. Is I just loved all the different fills that he was doing. It was just so energetic and so interesting to listen to. So I feel like if I go back and I listen to the other instruments too on their own, I'm sure they would be just as interesting. But I like the drums stood out to me immediately. I really thought the concept was interesting too, of how things kept happening and they kept trying to like go fix it, but then they were, you know, shocking drama when that hit, they would hit something and they would be pulled back. I thought that was really interesting. And the song, the lyrics itself, I loved how they kept being like, you know, you don't know what you're gonna expect. I think that was like really good for a debut song, because it kept repeating words like there's no script, no goods, you know, NG means not good, is gonna have an explosive ending, we're the reason why, all of these kind of stuff. I really like people don't know what's going on. I really loved all of the lyrics that were going on with it, because this was a great especially the line about like grabbing your popcorn and taking your seat, because this is a great introduction into who this band is, right? This is their debut. Like, it really grabs your attention, like shocking drum, like it just, and I especially loved like when the crowd came in. I thought that was so clever. And then they disappeared at the end. Very smart, making you not really know what's going to happen next and pay attention to them. And I'm like, this is great for a debut, talking about like, get ready to, like, you don't know what to expect from us, like we're going to be there, like there's no second takes or anything like that, and in the end you're gonna have a shocking drama. And I love that kind of like illustration throughout the lyrics, and I really just enjoyed this a lot. So I'm really interested to see what else they do. Like I said, I think in comparison to their first pre-release, this is way more up my alley, and I'm really excited because, like I said, I love seeing bands especially do a large variety of music. I think out of all the bands that I listen to, when they have that big range, it makes them so much more interesting to listen to. So I'm really excited to see what they do next. Let me just look. Is this going to be... So this is going to be their first album. So hopefully we get some more performance videos and things like that, because I'd be really interested to see that. Let me know if they have like any covers out or anything like that, because I would love to get to know them more. You know me, like I said, I'm a big band girly. I pretty much love every single band out there. Rock is like in my soul. So tell me guys what you thought. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Who's your bias and amp? And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.